TIFU parking my girlfriend's car.
TIFU parking my girlfriend's car. I'm not quite sure if this is the best place to post it, but I'm feeling guilty enough that it seemed fitting. My girlfriend, 25, lives about an hour away in a small town. She was going out of state for the weekend for her friend's bachelorette party and had to use the airport that's only a few minutes away from my apartment. We figured she would just pick me up from my apartment and I would just drive her car back. All was going perfect. I had made her some coffee since she had to drive an hour to be at my place by 5:30 a.m. I dropped her off, then drove back to my apartment complex. Well, about a week ago they had sent out a notice about guest parking and that fines would be handed out to anyone parked in the complex who wasn't a tenant. They specifically said the road in front of the complex was the only area for guests to park. So of course that's exactly what I did. I went out of my way to make sure her car was parked on the right side of the road even. She was having such a great time over the weekend, and we really opened up a lot to each other emotionally and talked about how excited we were to see each other at the airport. On her last full day of the trip, I had gone to run an errand, and driving back I saw she had a green paper tucked under her windshield wiper. Initially I was annoyed, thinking it was a warning to move the car because they specifically said it was guest parking. I went to check it out and someone had hit her car. The paper was an incident report. Without even thinking about it, I sent her a picture of the damage and the papers on who to call, and I feel like I really just ruined her weekend. She's already so stressed about money and now she's worried her rate will go up and I feel absolutely terrible. What's even worse is the incident happened the day she left and I didn't leave my apartment until 2 days later. I don't even understand how it happened because it's a wide street. Wide enough for at least 4 cars, I'd say. They hit the front of her car, so they had to have been literally all over the road. But her car was the only one parked there, and it feels like had I just moved it forward a few feet, this would have never happened. She's been acting a little distant since I told her about it, and I really feel like I ruined the good time she was having. I go to pick her up in a few hours and the anxiety is eating away at me. I was really looking forward to rushing out to hug and kiss her when I saw her, but now I'm afraid she won't want to even talk on the drive back to her car. Honestly, any advice on how to make it up for her would be helpful. I already told her I could pay for repairs, but with her rates going up, I don't know how much it will help. Update. I picked her up from the airport and I could tell she was exhausted. The ride over to my apartment was a little quiet, but I really think she's just tired. She had to wake up at 3 a.m. to get to her flight today. But we looked at her car and she looked at the debris and laughed, saying that it seems like the other car got more damage. We loaded up her car with her bags and next thing I knew 2 hours had passed with us just standing by her car while she told me about a terrible book she read on the flight. How regretful she is that she let her friend paint her nails blue. She's the more butchesque one out of the two of us. It's definitely a look, cold sweat, smile, tears of joy. And it was like everything was just fine. She even said herself that she had intended to see the damage and go because she was so exhausted. But it's like as soon as we started talking she woke right up, grin. I definitely got myself worked up over nothing. But I thank everyone for their advice. TL. Doctor, my girlfriend was going away for the weekend on a trip. I parked her car on the road where guests are supposed to park and saw someone had hit it. I think I ruined her weekend by telling her what happened on the last day of the trip. But everything turned out just fine when she saw the damage, and I think seeing it in person reassured her that it wasn't as bad as she was thinking. You're talking about her rates going up like it's a foregone conclusion. It's not. If no insurance claim has been filed, then nothing happened and the insurer wouldn't know to do anything about it. I assume by incident report, you meant a police report. If it has information on it regarding the person who caused the damage, then you're probably fine. In order for a police report to have been filed, someone would have had to call it in. That means either the driver or someone from the complex. If it's the former, then that person probably intends to make you whole anyway. If it's the latter, then you're probably just stuck paying for the damage. As long as you're not in Michigan or one of those other no-fault default states, you're probably fine. I was really looking forward to rushing out to hug and kiss her when I saw her, but now I'm afraid she won't want to even talk on the drive back to her car. Also, don't let unfounded anxiety get in the way of showing someone you care about them. If you want to run to her and kiss her, then do it. If it's not reciprocated, then that's on her. I wish you all the best. My buddy blew up his girlfriend's new, used car the first day she got it. He heard a hissing he thought was coming from the back tires. He lit his lighter to see because it was dark out. Whoosh! The gas tank was leaking. It sucks, but it's not really your fault. You didn't intend or want this to happen. If the car was parked elsewhere, it could have still been hit, broken into, stolen, etc. Don't be so hard on yourself. There's always a risk as a car owner when parking your vehicle and leaving it unattended. Something bad can happen to it even if it's parked in your own driveway. Sympathize, empathize, and be there to support her in any way you can. Do things like help find a repair shop, take pics for her insurance company, etc. Or just give her space if that's what's needed. You're lucky you at least have that incident report. Hopefully you have info on the other driver so y'all can go after their insurance. If she gets mad at you specifically for an accident you had no involvement and control over, not sure if she's a keeper at that point. It's fine to be concerned about money or upset at the sudden bad news. But if any of it is directed toward you, I wouldn't accept that. How will her rate go up if the incident is not her fault? Or am I missing something? Dude, you are not the person solely responsible for regulating your girl's mood. If she's gonna be pissed at you cause somebody hit her car and you're the one who told her, that's on her. This is bittersweet. Your fears and feelings are valid. A lot of things could go wrong. That said, by continuing being open, honest, and trying to be responsible, you will always be able to look back and know you did your best. Regardless of how things work out. I'm twice your age. When I look at couples around me, that's what all their concerns and troubles seem to be centered around. One of them wasn't honest, or refused to take responsibility for their part in things, and everything crumbled. I hope in 25 years, you'll both be laughing about it. As that time she flew to her friend's party, someone hit her car and you were so nervous about it. I'm cheering for you op. Bro, it's not your fault someone hit your GF's car which you parked properly on the street. It's the fault of the a-hole who hit your GF's car. Why would her rate go up from somebody else hitting it and admitting fault? Really, your only F-up was not waiting to tell her until after she had finished enjoying her weekend. Hey, I work in the insurance world. First attempt to make S claim with their insurance. If they accept liability, cool, have it repaired with them. If not, confirm that your damages are over the deductible before you make your claim with your insurance. Even if the damages are over by a few $100s over your deductible, you're better off paying out of pocket. Some rates will still go up regardless if it wasn't your fault. Feel free to DM me photos of the damages. I'll let you know an estimate of what it will cost. The amount that people don't understand about insurance policies they pay for in this country is insane to me. How bad is the damage? If it's a dent or a scratch, or even a broken headlight, If you can get an estimate at the local body shop, and the person at fault might just give you cash to settle without using insurance. This is the quickest and easiest way for small car boo-boos. But if they smashed the fender or other big item damage, then maybe not. Maybe some initial communication with the other party might go a long way and make it easy for your GFPs. I don't think you TIFU'd. This should be a simple fix if the damage isn't bad and less stress for your GF. Don't be so hard on yourself. Doesn't she have insurance? And whoever hit her car will have their insurance cover the costs. Look on the bright side. It was not a hit and run, but someone left their info. Right? So it will be a lot of administrative tasks. But you both shouldn't have to pay anything. Relax, dude. You didn't do anything wrong. It's right to inform her that her car was damaged the same time you discovered it. You'll both get through this. But you seem kinda on edge or insecure in this relationship situation. Maybe it's a very new relationship. By no means an expert here, but it sounds like you two really made a lot of progress as a couple. What I often tell people IRL is, tell her what you told us. Ya know? You're a decent person. So are they. Presumably. Just be real about it. That you are worried about ruining their trip. That it did bother you. That you wanted them to have an amazing time. And you were thinking of them. A lot of it is timing. And delivery. And reading the room. Being comfortable with the quiet time. Or time away. But also checking in and showing interest when the time is right. Bring it up to them. And tell them what you told us. Just be real. Good luck. And remember, issues that feel like a tremendous burden are, often, in the grand scheme of things, not actually as big of a deal long term as they may feel. Stop taking this personally and making it your fault. You didn't ruin her weekend. You didn't hit her car. She's allowed to be upset. Let her be upset and just try to be there for her. I always want people to give me bad news after my vacation. Even if my family all died. Might as well let me enjoy a few more days before my life is ruined. It's not like I can do anything about it if I knew about it earlier.
Update ASAP. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.